Hello everyone, we're live and welcome to my channel. Yeah, so welcome to my channel. Um, again, live and um, what yeah. So without further ado, let's hit the show on the road. Yeah. Um. Uh, uh, Tours, nice, nice. So what is the Manosphere? Like I said, it's a men's space, like a safe space for men. Sometimes it can be a trolling ground for others. But yeah, it's generally supposed to be a safe space for men to just talk and associate with one another. Um, and women too. I mean, it's not a space for the hatred towards women, but like not necessarily like space for to hate on women, but like feminism. Feminism is like hating on men and trying to in the name of equal gender equality. But like the manosphere generally wishes well for women. Most manosphere people, yeah, I've interacted with, they generally wish well for women. And I do too. But like I'm a bit more harsher on women, but than most people, and people notice that, and that's okay. But like I'm pretty harsh on women, but I generally mean well for them. I want them to do their best. I want them to do good, just like a man would. Yeah. Um. Just I mean, behave well. I guess. I mean, expecting women to behave well on their own right is not good. Like I mean, you can't really expect that. You have to have like a masculine guide or father figure or like brother figure or whatever, like masculine role models, right, to follow, right, for a woman to sort of be paved a certain path to the path of righteousness, goodness, excellence. You know what I mean. Yeah, like male role models have to be there in a woman's life to sort of forge them into a, how to say it, into being good people, right? Because on their own, I don't think women are very good people, right? Like without father figures especially, right? But with the father figure, I think yeah, women can yeah can be led to a path of good tidings. They can be more refined, more kind, and more gentle. But without a father figure, I don't think it's possible. Yeah, fatherless women become three or fours, and that's not good, right? Good for them or anyone. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it depends on the person, but like, yeah, one viewer, nice. Don't. That being said, I wouldn't say hate on women, but like, you're allowed to criticize them as long as it's backed by facts, statistics, and evidence, right? So, women are women can be problematic, are not the best people. In fact, I'd say they're not like they're the lesser species. They're the lesser gender out of the two, in my opinion. But like, um, I still say choose love over hate. Um, right. Even if the feminists say, "Oh, screw all men, men are bad," right? Just choose love over hate. Yeah. Like there are good women out there, but like they're called unicorns for a reason, right? So I'm not saying yeah. Again, I'm not saying people should hate on men or women or no women especially, but like yeah, the fit fresh and fit. Sorry, not fit experience. Fresh and fit do a good job in like putting holding women accountable for their degeneracy, right? But I think they go too far when they bully women, right? Holding women accountable is good. I'm saying I'm gonna say that bluntly, but being a bully, I think, yeah, that crosses a line that you shouldn't cross. Let's just say that. Um, Bullying women, not a good thing, not a good idea. Bullying women, yeah, not a good idea. But like criticizing them, let's say that's good. That's better. Yeah, that's better if it's constructive. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Uh, it's good to have an ego, but like narcissism, lack of empathy. Uh, narcissism, lack of empathy, being just a bad person. Uh, sorry. Mm, Uh, in this world, it's always been a patriarchy or matriarchy, right? Where a man or a woman rule, right? So it's never like if you orient towards feminism, that's fine, but that you're advocating for matriarchy, and that's okay. Like I said, it's okay. But like if you want a matriarchy, fine. If you want a patriarchy, fine. But like choose what you're comfortable with, right? A lot of people nowadays are comfortable with matriarchal families and societies. And that's okay, but feminism is just deceptive. The gender equality, no, 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 no. That's deceptive. That's It's matriarch. True feminists are advocate gender equality. No, no, they don't. No, they don't. They advocate matriarchal societies. I've seen a lot of feminists out there. Yeah, they're matriarchs. That's okay, but like, don't cope about. Oh, it's not a matriarchal ideology. It is, yes. It's basically like it's like, oh, we're equal. Like, I don't think there can ever be gender equality. Only like the scale being tipped towards one side or the other. Yeah. So like, there's a scale, right? One side is male, one side is female, right? So if it tilts towards the male side, right, it's patriarchy. If it tilts towards the female side, it's a matriarchy, right? I think women and men, they both, they like, if you look at it from askance or from a distance or from a point of view, right, you can see that women suffer more than men. No, 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 they don't suffer more than men. That's crazy. They suffer less than men, right? But they complain more because an idle mind is the devil's playground, right? So a man has to work hard. Well, nowadays women are working hard too in Western countries, but not as hard as like men do. Yeah, not as hard as men do. Yeah, which is why they get paid less, right? Less hours. They work less hours. They put less effort into their work, so that's why, and that's fine. But they value like work life balance more. Um, they're taking more time off than men. Yeah, we live in a matriarchal society. I think. Yeah, like when we look at it from a scant, you're like, oh, the patriarchy. No, that was many years ago. Yes, we lived in a patriarchal society many years ago. Now we live in a matriarchy. We sort of live in a matriarchy for quite a while, but now it's the roles are sort of getting back into place, right? Um, we sort of lived in a matriarchy because there's no such thing as feminism or gender equality. Remember that? It's just like it's just a facade to sort of lure people into the trap of like, oh, you were equal. No, no, we're not equal. We're unique, right? But we're not equal, right? We're not equal. We're not the same. We're unique. We're human beings, nonetheless. But like, we're not equal. We're not the same. Yeah. I think women are not bad. No, they're not bad. Yeah. No, well, I think they're worse than men, but like that doesn't mean to say you should hate on them, right? Hate on women because they're just. Yeah, you can criticize them. I'm not saying that. Yeah, I'm not saying that you should hate on them, but like, but criticism, especially that which is constructive, is good, right? Yeah, criticism is good. Hatred is bad, right? Remember that. Remember that. I think women can be toxic. Yes, I'm not saying that they aren't. I'm not saying they aren't. But I think if you really look at the behaviors of women in the modern world, you can see that. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, not bright. Yeah, like as a woman or man or whatever, like as a woman especially, it's better to be sexually restrained, to show sexual restraint as a woman, right? Because the body is sacred, right? As a woman, you should show restraint more than men. Like men should too show sexual restraint, but like women should definitely show more than men. Yeah, men. I don't know. I don't know why the roles reversed. Like where men like used to be the players, now the women are the players. But yeah, there's this hatred towards men. Like I used to be like one of those characters. Who's this? Oh yeah. I think hating on women is going too far, but definitely you can criticize them. Insulting them, not a good idea either. But to each their own. We can criticize them, but as well as insulting them would do get really good. Yeah. Uh, most of them, I think most of them are. I don't like 304s. You should go for a modest woman, right? Modest virgin, right? Modest virgin woman, yeah. Uh, to go for women who are 304s, yeah, that's not a good idea. Uh, these feminists are like, oh, you should go for a virgin if you're a virgin yourself, right? Like, depends, yeah. It really depends, yeah. Like, you should go for a virgin if you're a virgin yourself, right? Um, I don't think, men who aren't They usually go for men who are like sexually experienced. Yeah, like I'm not sexually experienced, but like men, I would agree. Even I would agree. They would go for men who are. They should go for men who are more sexually experienced. Yeah, yeah. Although, like, regardless of how they look, right, or how much money they have or status, yeah, they usually go for men who have like somewhat sexual experience, and especially earlier in life, right? The black pillars are just weird. Like they have a weird perception of how women work. Like, oh, you're just good looking. You get the woman. There's so many factors involved. Yeah, there's so many factors. Like different women, different tastes. Looks is one of them for sure. But like, I think status. Yeah, that's like sometimes status like brutally surpasses um looks. Yeah, and expectations, right, from women. Right. Uh, like looks are important. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they aren't important, but like they'll appreciate a chat. Yeah, but I mean, a lot of guys are just hooking up with average guys in all dimensions. They're hooking up with women, so like you can't really like blame your looks. You can't blame your looks on it. Like, oh, it's a game, right? No, it's not. It's not game essential. Not essentially. These PUA masters, they have status, right? So that they can get women, right? Based on their status. I think, yeah. Yeah, well, these PUA masters like, oh, I have a body count of 1,600. Like, I'm just saying that hypothetically, like John Anthony or whatever, saying, and then you see them and they're just like, he's got the height. I mean, too attractive. And I'm not saying height isn't important. I just avoid talking about it, but like, it does help, yeah. But like, John Anthony, I mean, he's hideous, right? He's just bad looking. Like he's a 4.5 maybe. That's fine. Like you don't have to be attractive to get women, right? You just have to be sort of low inhibition, per se. Like be willing to hook up with women, yeah, instead of just oh, like what do I do? Be a little more like less restrictive of yourself, yeah. Sexually, yeah. I mean, if you see a hot girl out there, I mean, most of the time you should approach them. Yeah, I know it's awkward. Like, hey, like, who are you? Like, who are you? Like, even like, right? Like, they'll just be like shocked to see you just approach them, right? Because they don't like attractive women don't usually have people approaching them, right? Because people are too scared to what to do, or like you may be perceived as high status, right? So like to normies and sub fives are like 75% of the population. So like to sub fives, like believe it or not, sub fives are like 75% of the population. Normies and Chad lights and Chads, yeah, they're like only like 25%. Um, and I think if you're above average in looks, like if you're above average in looks, I think you'll do well. But you have to be low in vision. I've seen a lot of attractive male virgins, right? A lot of attractive, yeah. A lot of attractive male virgins. They're just, you know, they're just struggling with dating and their dating life, right? So it could be their finances. I don't know. Could be their. Usually, you have to approach women, right? Only 2 to 3% of men are approached by women. So you have to be really high status to be approached by women. You have to be really good looking to be approached by women. You have to be like Francisco Likowski to be approached by women, right? So you have to be like Francisco Likowski. If you saw those videos of Francisco Likowski, he has so much status, right? Yeah, he has so much status, but he's good looking, right? But he has so much status, and that really amplifies his looks, right? Status and money is an amplifier to what you have. If you're ugly, you're just if you're talented but ugly, that amplifies your talent in the face of women, right? Women want someone who's talented, right? Or want someone who's good looking, someone talented, someone competent, something attractive about them, right? Wh- Some women find intelligence even attractive. Some, not a lot, yeah. But that has to be amplified by like your looks amplify your intelligence, right? So your looks amplify your intelligence, yes. Yeah, your looks do amplify your intelligence, but I mean, you don't have to be good looking to be intelligent, right? Right, you don't have to be good looking. Yeah. Good looks are important to have, yeah. But they're not like the be all end all. I mean, right? It's like intelligence, not the be all end all if you're intelligent, because humans are already the most intelligent species on the planet, right? Or organisms or life forms on the planet. So you don't have to worry about intelligence as a human being. Looks looks is not as important either. I mean, I think yeah, it's about approaching women, right? Because women are already like genetically like a lot of men suffer in the dating market not because they're unattractive, but because they don't approach women. They don't approach women, I think, as much. Uh, it's various factors, right? If you're attractive, like it looks, game, personality, status, and looks is important. Like 60%, like it's more than half the battle, right? But it's also personality, so you have to sort of be like fit the personality that they like, not necessarily good or bad, but like confident, a confident personality. Yeah, they like that. Not some masculinized or manly females. They don't like men who are very manly, unless it's like a Chad. Yeah. Chads, they do like women. No, like Stacy's like um, attractive women like men, but the thing is, attractive women just don't. You know, they like men more than unattractive women. It's usually the unattractive women who are feminists, uh, that hate on men. But attractive women who hate on men doesn't make any sense because they can get a man easily. They can get a man to support them easily or whatever. It's usually attractive women who are like conservative types who want a masculine man like Tate or Blazarian or I don't say like Tate is better, yeah, than Blazarian. Nah. Tate and Blazarian, yeah. Yeah, uh, I mean, yeah, I don't know why people would. I can see why people would hate on women, but I think that's not the way, right? You can criticize them. I criticize them a lot, but like, I don't think hatred will get anyone. And like I said, hatred doesn't get anyone anywhere, right? Women have their good qualities too, right? Yeah, depending on who they're with or how they're being treated or whatever. But if you're if you're very rich, very good looking, like Matt Bomer, Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise. Let's just say Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. Those are the most famous names. If you're good looking like them, you'll get a lot of women. Yeah, to like you. Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. Yeah, the most good looking guys on the planet. Yeah. People say Tom Cruise is more attractive than Brad, but I'm a bit torn between both of them. So, but yeah, but anyways, yeah. Anyways, looks do matter, but like it's a combination. You have to approach the woman. You have to have a bit of status, so show you're out there. Money too. Looks, yeah, I think looks are important. Uh, the looks do matter, but like you have to approach the woman, I guess. Like if you're a bad looking guy, I would strongly recommend you not approach women yet, or ever, because you'll be rejected brutally. It's, I mean, to say that it's like this or that that causes you to not get women. I mean, sure, why not? But I think it's looks, personality, communication skills, looks, personality, and communication skills, status, and money. Right. So like those four things, those those four things, yes, will allow you or enable you to get the woman you want, right? So looks do matter for sure. Yeah, that's what I noticed with people who get women, right? They have good looks, right? They have decent looks. They have decent hygiene. They have decent grooming, right? So they can get women. So a good looking man can get woman, right? A good looking woman can easily get men, but some choose not to get to hook up. Yeah, some are so sex like I like. It's good that the father figures that discipline a woman sexually, right? But like that. Come on, like you can't really repress a woman like that. Yeah, up to a certain point. I mean, women would rather share an emotionally unavailable man who's sleeping with multiple women than share than have a loyal and committed beta, right? To that provides for them, right? So, uh, male feminists are essentially gender traders, they're man haters. Um, if you're a male feminist, I would strongly recommend you not being one. Just to put it nicely, because you're essentially betraying your own gender for the sake of, like, I don't know, for the sake of clout, or I don't know what you want, for the sake of just simping to women, just to think you're nice to them, so that means you deserve a woman. Essentially, like you're basically trying to use like blue simp tactics. Don't be a simp. Don't be. No, I don't think. Don't be a simp to women, but don't be overly cruel, like incel, right? Like or inkwell. Like let's just say inkwell, right? Like the inkwells and simps. Don't be any of those two things, right? You can like if you're a virgin, that's fine. Like just I don't think it's because of your looks you don't get women, but like looks are a huge part of it. Of why men could get women, but it's because you don't approach them enough. Well, a lot of people approach women, but like they still don't get results. So you have to be good looking. You have to approach women. Um, if you have status, yeah, people will get women. Yeah, right. So if you have enough status, you'll get one. So you don't have to worry. A lot of what I noticed in real life is that people get women. They're doing something with their life. They're somewhat good looking, somewhat accomplished. They have something going for them. So all is good on those regards and endeavors or whatever they're doing. Uh, 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 be uh, uh, yeah. Uh, I'm seeing the beef between Alex and Greg or something, or whatever. It's interesting, yeah. It's interesting. Where is this even? Where is this? Uh, uh, this it's fucking stupid video. It's not recent. Hold on. Let's say present. 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 Uh, interesting. Interesting. Uh, wow. Interesting. Yes. It was funny. Great. Take shot to see on the stream. I never since. Uh, is this a real? Uh, hold on. Search. Wow. 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 Really? So interesting. ugly. Anyways, that's enough of that. Oh wow. I don't see this comment that article is showing, but anyways, probably deleted it. I don't know. Anyways. Whoa. Damn. Let's go to Ganstar's channel now. What does he have? Um, can't kill. Subscribe.
I have this issue where I find almost no men attractive. Like, it's really, really annoying. Because I speak to a lot of men, right? I'm very social. I love to talk. I find almost no one attractive. So, like, I get asked on dates, I'm like, no, pass. And then when I do find someone attractive, like, I need them. Because it's so rare at this point that it, like, makes it extremely difficult. But it's so fucking rare. Like, it's so rare. And I just want to have a cute little fun crush and, like, whatever. But I can't even have a crush anymore because I'm just like, boring, like not interested, no desire for it.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be breaking down face ratings and I'm going to be giving some clarity to those who are confused as to why not getting results. So let's commence. So the problem with societal standards is that we're deeming 5 to be the average male. So this mindset has to go, okay, because this is not true. So we'll take it as 10 is perfection, doesn't exist, not reality. And then we take it down to 9.5. Again, this is close to perfection, doesn't exist. Then you go to 8 and 8.5.
Yeah. The average, like, how do I say it?
So yeah, this is where we're talking the best looking men on the planet that we know, like on the media and stuff. I mean, realistically, these guys will have minimal flaws to their face. They will look close to perfection, but they're not, obviously. And most girls will consider these guys like their dream man. Guys like this, you're going to be a movie star, you're going to be a high-end model, all these things are going to come to you very easily. And then you take it down another step to 7, 7.5.
Those are good looking guys. Good looking, these are
Same thing again, we're talking just exceptionally good looks. You're going to be making money off your looks, it's just you're a bit below the 8s because you have a couple more flaws perhaps. Then you take it down to 6 and 6.5. This is where we get to the more interesting category because we're talking about maybe like the best looking guy in your entire town.
I think El-Elyon is like 9-ish. Roman Reigns, he's a good looking. Especially if you look at him now,
or someone who you've seen once in a nightclub that like dominated and got every single girl's attention. Like these guys, they get treated like they're 10s. Then we take it down to 5, 5.5. 5.5. I think that's a bit too hard. So yeah, like I would take someone like Robert Patterson, say take away the fame, the status. You know, it's like a 5.5 guy. You know, he's good looking, of course. He got some unique features which some girls deem him a 10 because of that. But if you really break it down, he's good looking, but he's not
Robert
quite on
Pattinson
that
is like a
Hollywood
9.
standard to be one of the best looking men on the planet. That's why I'm saying he's not quite on the 6 level, but like 5, 5.5, you're going to do really well at that. And you're going to find a lot of girls
I would
interested in
disagree
you.
with
Then you
that.
take it down to the 4, 4.5. This is where we get to the more kind of guys you will see, but they're still above average looking.
Cillian Murphy, he's good looking. No, he's okay. He's okay.
Same with Killian Murphy. Some girls deem him super attractive, but realistically, it's like a 4 out of 10. I mean, yeah, some girls just get blinded by the characters he plays, and then it makes them deem him more attractive. But if you take that away, it's 4 out of 10 guy. Take it down then to 3, 3.5 examples.
Tom Holland. He's close to you. Like 6.5. Tom McGuire, like, these are kind of weird because like, these are way below.
So yeah, we're taking average looking guys, 3 out of 10. If you have a face like this, you are like the average male. And 3.5 as well. Look, you're just on this level, but you might have
like
just one
average,
kind of feature that puts you on a tiny bit of a higher edge than them. But yeah, this is where we're talking most people are. Most men that are average looking, you're a 3 out of 10 to most girls. And this is why you're finding it hard, because they don't deem you a 5, they deem you a 3. Which is like, not attractive. Then take it 2, 2.5, again, you're going to fit in with the average guys, you're not going to be mocked or anything, but you're still slightly below average, so this is where you're going to be. So it's going to be quite hard for you to attract a woman on the scale, unless you really dumpster dive. And then you take it to 1, 1.5, again, it's going to be even harder, and you might start to get mocked for how you looked, or people make jokes about it. And then you're talking 0.5 to 0, obviously you have like no attractive features. This is my point. Even if you get a 1 out of 10 off a girl, if she's being serious and she's kind of picky, then she will at least see one kind of thing about you to say, like, you're not quite a 0. That's something. But guys that have like deformities or like super obese, you're automatically 0, because the girls, they're going to not see one quality that they find attractive. So if you even get a 1 off these girls, then there's at least something you have. But yeah, this is just breaking down. You probably think if I'm a 5, oh, that's not so bad, I should get something, and you're like, why am I getting into? Because you're not. You're probably a 3 or a 2 out of 10. I'll do another one for the girls scale, just to break it down for you as well, like that, because this is how the girls are rating you, so this is how you should rate the girls too. But yeah, if you request more stuff like this, then just comment down below. Until next time, thank you. Bye-bye.
Enough of that. That was wonderful. That was a wonderful video and entertaining. But anyways, yeah, women tend to be very harsh with the ratings. Yes, 75% of men, in fact, are sub 5s, not normies, but sub 5s. 75% of men are sub 5, so like you can't really do much about it. More people, like, there are a lot of normies out there, but mostly sub 5s. Like Chads are very rare. Chad lights, what to say about Chad lights? Yeah, they're probably in the top like 80 something percent of your Chad light, 80, 90%, 90% ish. If you're a Chad light, yeah. What woman rates you matters more than what a man rates you, right? So, like, what I noticed with hyper attractive men is that, like, I don't know, that like other men would like rate them low, but other women, but women would rate them high, but like other men would rate them low, right? Like they're like like they rate them like a 2 or 3, just to virtue signal, like, oh, you're 2 or 3 because you're unattractive. But a woman would rate them like a 9 or close to a 10, just because they are attractive, right? So just something to think about. Sorry about that. Yeah, good-looking men are. I don't know. I wouldn't say rare. Like, they are rare. Yeah, very rare. Yeah. In fact, like you can barely see a good-looking man out there because they're so rare, right? So, anyways, what else? Uh, anyways, good-looking men are rare. Good-looking men are super, super, super duper rare. Well, uh, like top 5 to 10% of men, yeah. Top like 2 to 3% men are chat like 7 or over. Uh, uh, anyways, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Peace. Is this it? Probably.